I am Dr. Sabrina Walthall, and I am your teacher, your professor for the course. For those who have taken me in Science 100, you pretty much understand where this is going. So this is a video to help you out with conducting your virtual lab. For the first couple of times, I'll do a video for you. And then after that, I'm going to assume that you are smart enough to figure out how the labs go and that you then can read on your own without me prompting you for everything. So we want to start out at your Blackboard homepage. You want to go ahead and click on the course, Biology 101. And you'll see it brings you up to your homepage. The thing you want to do is first go over to Dr. Walthall's course content. And as you can see now, the virtual lab tab has been open. So we want to click on virtual labs. And this week you're conducting 2 labs, molecules of life and cell structure. So how would I like for you to conduct the labs? First, you want to click on the molecules of life lab, and it'll take you to this page. And so the first thing you'll do is say, this doesn't say anything about molecules of life. So what you'll have to do is scroll down to this. And so this is the lab that you're going to be doing. So not the top lab with the pill bugs, but the lab that's below it. So then if we go back into our Blackboard, because I want you to have either both of these open so that you can do the worksheet and conduct the lab, or you want to print out and then scan in. I don't know how you're turning your labs in to me. Sometimes students have printed them out, scanned them back in to me through Blackboard, just upload them as a PDF, or you can fill it out here as you see. You have the cursor, and then you could just save it as a Word document and upload it back to me. So let's just show you how this is done. So, okay, we have our lab here, and it tells us what website to go to, although we're already at the website because I have it linked for you in Blackboard. So it says you're going to start with carbohydrates. It says scroll down to the bottom and click on carbohydrates. What do carbohydrates consist of? And so what you would do then is that you go to your site, and you'll say, aha, look, carbohydrates consist of simple sugars and more complex chains of sugars called polysaccharide. And so you would take that information and then type it into your Word document. So say something like, what do carbohydrates consist of? And I'm not answering the question, so this answer is not correct, but I'm just showing you how you can type directly into it. All right. So then it says plant stores, insect store, and you find all that information in that first paragraph. So then it asks you how you test for sugars, which is also in the first paragraph, and so on and so forth. And when I say it's in the first paragraph, I mean the paragraph that you should be reading, which is right here, test for sugars, test for starches. What I did want to do is go ahead and try and conduct one of the labs so you can see how simple it is to do. So it says to click on Add Benedict's reagent. All right, so that's the first thing we're going to do. So we're going to go back into our lab, again, however you want to do, and it says Add Benedict's reagent. All right, so we've added Benedict's reagent to all of these tubes here. And then next it tells us, I remember, but just for dexterity's sake, I'll go back. It says click on hot water bath. Can't get much simpler than this, can we? So we go back to the lab and we click on hot water bath. Bam, there it is. So now you have done the carbohydrates portion of the lab. I know you're like, what? And I'm like, really? So it says, what solutions change colors? Let's go back, take a look, and you can tell which solution change colors. Water would be your control. If you took me, you already know controls are there to give you a comparison. So what looks different than the control? Hey, you write that down, and then the next question would be, not your syllabus. What does this mean? And you would only be able to interpret what it means if you read these paragraphs and understood what they meant. So I will not give you the answer there. This is going to require you to do what I call critical thinking, which is take results from an experiment, and actually interpret those results. So you'll move on to your next one, which would be how do you, so it tells you to go on through the carbohydrate. But when it says proteins, lipids, everyday foods, I just wanted to show you when it's asking you to test for those, what you need to do is go to the lab and you just click on the tabs. So when you're doing your protein experiments, you click proteins, lipids, and then everyday foods. So this is a simple, easy way how you conduct this particular lab. You want to go through the lab, do everything that this sheet tells you, fill in all of the information, and then save this document and upload it into your lab Dropbox. A good way also is for you so that I can clearly read your answers and I'm not sitting here all day, is if you would please either make your answers bold or highlight them or change the color, like whatever floats your boat, but do one of the three so that I can tell your answer from the primary text. Okay? Well, I hope that was simple for you, and we will move on to the next. All right.